Hey there, welcome to my channel B&B Update Us 24. One patient fails to show up for Lee, Bridget, and Grace's emergency surgery. Lee Finnegan, Bridget Forrester, and Grace Buckingham will all be on surgical duty at the hospital during the week of July 7th to 11th, according to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful. Here's what B&B fans should anticipate from Carter Walton's stepdad pledge to Hope Logan. To begin with, John Finnegan will be shocked by Lee's viewpoint on Luna Nozawa. Lee can argue that Luna is too good for prison and pretend that she should suffer a terrible destiny instead. Sheila Sharp will attempt, with disastrous results, to pull the gun away from Luna at the beach home. When the weapon detonates and Sheila begins to bleed, Luna's eyes will enlarge in shock. But as she works to save her plan, Luna will return her focus to Steffi Forrester. When two more characters are shot, that strategy will fail once more. Look for Bridget, Lee, and Grace to be the doctors performing the procedures, since the three patients will be taken to the hospital in a hurry. Liam Spencer, Sheila, and another someone ought to be in crisis mode. In addition to everything else, it appears that Bill Spencer will receive information regarding Liam's brain tumor diagnosis while he waits. Since he freed Luna from prison, Bill will understand why he is currently the most despised man in Los Angeles. Bill's priorities, meanwhile, will remain Liam and seeing him following his surgery. Regretfully, one patient will not make it through their stay in the operating room. If Lee ends up fabricating her dire conclusion, Luna could be another alternative in addition to Sheila. Although we are aware that Luna will return for additional drama, we wouldn't rule out Lee holding her hostage in secret while feigning her permanent absence. Whatever the case, Poppy Nozawa will go all out for a statement that surprises Lee. Might the Nozawa sisters be hatching a scheme to keep Luna in check? Carter will make a promise to Hope and look forward to becoming a stepfather. Carter will be more than happy to play a larger role once Liam dies, even if he will want Liam to take the lead with Beth Spencer for as long as possible. Fortunately, Liam might, in a sense, receive the miracle Hope has been seeking. Given her dubious behavior, Grace might be lying to Liam about the nature of his ailment and giving him medication to make him worse. Reese Buckingham's gambling debt has been discussed, thus it's possible that Grace was coerced into a crazy plot by her ex-husband's poor decisions. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam will survive the gunshot incident and might discover that Grace has been deceiving him. Follow along for more updates on his future. Is Liam Spencer being drugged by Dr. Grace Buckingham in secret? According to previews on The Bold and the Beautiful, Dr. Grace Buckingham might be giving Liam Spencer drugs. A startling strategy involving his brain tumor diagnosis is suggested by mysterious phone conversations and coercive treatment plans. B&B shocker. Is Dr. Grace Buckingham secretly poisoning Liam Spencer? Fans are adamant that those enigmatic pills are involved in a terrible scheme. Now, soap opera viewers, we must discuss Liam Spencer's current situation because I do not believe in the idea that he has a deadly brain tumor. No. A little. After seeing the program from July 3rd, I'm positive that Dr. Grace Buckingham is involved in a very dubious endeavor. And before you accuse me of being paranoid, consider this: the proof is on our screens. The drugs that continue to use screen time. The number of times they've displayed that prescription bottle with Dr. Is Grace Buckingham inscribed there? Every time Liam takes those pills, the camera almost zooms in on her name. Subtlety isn't exactly a hallmark of this program, so why do they keep hammering something home like this? There's a cause. Grace has been acting like a lady under a spell, almost pleading with Liam to begin radiation and chemotherapy right away. She dismissed Finnegan, who is, let's not forget, a real doctor, as though he were talking gibberish when he cautioned about adverse effects. How long does it take a cardiologist to brush off another physician's worries regarding cancer treatment? Oh, did I mention that Grace works as a doctor of heart disease? Not a cancer specialist. Not a neuroscientist. Brain cancer is being treated by a cardiologist. Make sense of it. The secret is in those mysterious phone calls. This is where things get really juicy, though. Grace continued to receive harassing phone calls and texts during that same July 3rd episode, making her appear as though she had seen a ghost. Finn even tried to support her after noticing how upset she was. The woman virtually leaped for joy. Who is phoning her? What are they seeking? And why does she always have such a scared expression on her face when her phone rings? I have a theory about the dubious background of her ex-husband. The Spencers' dark past with the Buckingham family. Not to mention that Hope and Liam's baby Beth was practically stolen by Grace's ex-husband, Dr. Reese Buckingham, who led them to believe she had passed away. Man was responsible for unforgivable trauma. And now Liam's alleged fatal sickness is being treated by his ex-wife? Liam and Hope had already been the focus of the Buckingham family. After Reese takes their child away, Grace may be gradually poisoning Liam. There is no way this is a coincidence. On social media, some fans are conjecturing that the person tormenting Grace may have ties to Reese's previous gambling troubles. What if she is being blackmailed? Making her kill Liam as a perverse kind of retaliation? The most important hint? Scott Clifton isn't leaving. Folks, this is the smoking gun. Scott Clifton just agreed to a 3-year deal with the program. He has been seen filming September 2025 sequences. Therefore, our boy is not going to die unless B&B intends to have Liam haunt people for the next 3 years as a highly vocal ghost. This implies that the entire diagnosis of brain tumor may be fraudulent. Grace keeps pushing those pills. They might not even be cancer drugs. What if she's giving him drugs to make him feel ill? Producing signs that resemble brain tumors? Consider this. Liam's condition has gotten worse ever since he began taking the medications. Is it a coincidence? Not in my opinion. What takes place when the truth is revealed? The consequences will be devastating when, this strategy is revealed. Hope is going to go crazy. It's likely that Bill Spencer will threaten to ruin the Buckingham family as a whole. What about Steffi? She will be caught in the middle, attempting to shield her husband Finn from any involvement in the criminal activities of his colleague. The true question, though, is whether Liam will discover it before it's too late. Or will someone else test those drugs and find out what Grace is actually up to? Perhaps Finn, who is already suspicious. This will blow up in Grace's face by the end of the summer. I'm calling it now. When does it happen? It will be a must-watch television show. What are your thoughts? Do those menacing close-ups of medicine bottles make me overthink things? Or is Grace Buckingham actually continuing the nefarious activities of her ex-husband? There is little doubt that the Buckingham family appears to be working against Liam, and they may have gone too far this time. 3 are shot by Luna in a deadly spree, and 1 will not survive surgery. Sheila, Liam, and an unidentified victim on Bold and Beautiful are the targets of Luna Nozawa's shooting rampage. 1 will not live despite the efforts of 3 doctors to save them. Who passes away? 1 fight for survival and 3 shots are left after Luna's deadly rampage. As Luna Nozawa's obsession turns violent, mayhem breaks out. Luna Nozawa is in control of the smoking gun in the recently transformed combat zone that is the streets of Los Angeles. Finn Finnegan's troubled daughter has unleashed complete havoc, leaving 3 people bleeding out and struggling for their lives in what may be the most startling twist The Bold and the Beautiful has given this year. We're discussing Liam Spencer, Sheila Carter Sharp, and an unidentified victim whose identification has fans furiously guessing. There were 3 victims. 3 doctors. 1 fatality. Someone we love isn't going to survive this, and the maths is awful. The mass shooting that revolutionized everything. Let's dissect this terrifying situation that has us clutching our pearls and grabbing tissues. Steffi Forrester's protective mama bear routine ultimately caused Luna's frantic fixation with re-establishing her relationship with her father Finn to blow up. Imagine Luna and Sheila, her own grandma, fighting over a gun. The lady who has terrorized Los Angeles for decades, Sheila Carter, actually attempted to stop a shooting. The irony is as thick as the coffee Eric Forrester drinks in the morning. This is where it becomes very twisted, though. Sheila gets a bullet from her own grandchild during the altercation. Luna, too? She has only just begun. Liam Spencer, who seemingly chose the worst time to be in the wrong place, was next in her sights. The poor guy has already experienced love triangles and custody disputes, and now this? How awful the timing is. The 3rd victim, the wild card that has everyone playing detective, comes next. Is Steffi the culprit? She has, after all, been Luna's aim since the beginning. Perhaps Finn was apprehended attempting to halt his daughter's outburst? Even names like Ms. Dillon from Hayes' school are being mentioned by certain admirers. Innocent people suffering stray gunfire at a preschool pickup is the epitome of soap opera drama. 3 surgeons, 1 unachievable goal. The scenes in the hospital will be heartbreaking. We've put together a medical dream team that includes Bridget Forrester, Dr. Lee Finnegan, who is incredibly awkward when operating on your adoptive granddaughter's victims, and Dr. Grace Buckingham. This could be the most intense surgical marathon in soap opera history. Even the best 3 doctors in LA are unable to do miracles. We're not prepared for that last farewell when someone's monitors flatline. Fans are going crazy over the rumors of who won't make it. Recently, Liam has been appearing a little peaked, and there have been indications regarding his health that feel all too concerning. Is this the final conclusion of the endless hope Liam-Steffi triangle? With a bullet instead of a choice? However, the ultimate atonement arc would be Sheila's possible sacrifice, actually dying while attempting to save others rather than murdering them. Could Sheila Carter truly emerge a hero after decades of villainy? Los Angeles will be rocked by the fallout. There will be disastrous repercussions if Liam passes away. Is Bill Spencer's son dying? I hope that Steffi and Logan shared their sorrow over the man they both loved. Are Beth and Kelly, who are young, growing up without their father? This would devastate half of Los Angeles, so the writers had best have grief counselors on call. However, what if Sheila is the one who fails to show up? That type of earthquake is completely different. The guilt of his daughter killing his biological mother would be Finn's burden. In fact, Steffi may have to admit that Sheila lost her life defending others. In the end, the lady who shot Steffi and Finn can be seen as someone who sacrificed her life to save others. There's almost too much poetic justice. Not to be overlooked is Luna herself. We're talking about someone who has previously committed murders and kidnappings like they're going out of style, not some misguided child making a poor decision. There won't be a waiting redemption story after this shooting spree. A police shootout or life in prison are the options. In any case, Finn's reunion with his long-lost daughter turned into the worst nightmare of all parents. The fundamental betrayal of the family is what makes this even more tragic. Did Luna shoot her own grandmother? Even for someone with Sheila Carter's DNA, that's a new low. Poor Finn, torn between his insane daughter and the family he's created with Steffi. How do you deal with your kid turning into the monster you've fought your entire life to keep your family safe from? The massacre that resulted from Luna's infatuation with her father is the type of Greek tragedy that soap operas thrive on. She was prepared to kill anyone who stood in her way since she needed Finn's affection so much. But rather than gaining her father's love, she can be sure that he will always view her with remorse and dread. The Bold and the Beautiful is set to air one of its most tragic episodes ever, with 3 lives at stake and 1 death confirmed. Tissues will be required for either Liam's farewell or Sheila's surprising atonement via selflessness. Luna, too? She lost everything as a result of her frantic attempt to win her father's love, including the possibility of ever joining the family she was prepared to kill for. Liam is alive. Luna is free. September 6th. Mystery Ronna shocks. Liam Spencer survives, according to a massive B&B screenplay leak, but there is danger because of their covert meetings. September chaos is promised by Luna's amazing independence and mystery, as well as Ronna's arrival. Liam Spencer's existence is confirmed by Catherine Kelly Lang's massive script leak, but the secret surrounding September 6th will destroy everything. The internet-breaking leak. Are you sitting down, soap fans? Because you will be screaming over what just happened. The greatest gift of the century was just unintentionally given to us by Catherine Kelly Lang. The Brooke Logan actress posted a picture of her scripts, and astute followers captured everything in what may be the worst gaffe in Bold and Beautiful history. The scripts for the September 6, 2025 show, which were recorded on June 30th, confirm what we have all been hoping for: Liam Spencer is alive. The covert meeting that makes all the difference. We are more frightened than relieved by the story told by the leaked cover page. Yes, despite the medical nightmare that has been simmering with the brain tumor plot, Liam Spencer, played by the amazing Scott Clifton, survives. The thing that makes us shiver, though, is that he is mentioned with Dr. Lee Finnegan and no other medical professionals. Give it some time to sink in. Lee had Finn practically hooked up to machines in her flat the previous time she held medical secrets, and everyone thought he was dead. And now she's meeting with Liam in secret? This begs for a covert diagnosis, experimental treatment, or anything so startling they can't share. In Los Angeles, when has it ever worked out well to protect medical secrets? But hold on. Things worsen. Luna Nozawa. Unrestricted. Perilous. This script leak's most inspiring discovery? The name of Luna Nozawa is prominently displayed on the cover page. Luna. The woman who killed Hollis and Tom Starr. Steffi Forrester was abducted and held captive by the psychopath. After learning that Bill Spencer wasn't her biological father, Luna attempted to woo him. By September, how isn't this monster festering in a maximum security cell? From the time it was discovered that Luna was Finn's hidden daughter to her increasingly insane attempts to cut Steffi out of his life, we have been following Luna's spiral into insanity over the year. Are we to assume that she is now simply strolling around unhindered? There would be rioting in the streets of Los Angeles if Bill pulled levers once more to get her released from prison. Let's get started. Who is Ronna? The script adds a brand new wild card, a character named Ronna, as if covert surgical operations and fugitive killers weren't enough drama. No last name. No explanation. Simply said, Ronna. Mystery figures in soap operas never show up without wreaking havoc. Was she brought in as an expert to treat Liam's condition? One of Poppy's secret sisters again? Apparently, there are more secret branches in the Nozawa family tree than in a government plot. Or, and this is where our thoughts are truly heading, could she be involved in Luna's perverse schemes? It is impossible to overlook the odd timing. Is a mysterious woman joining the scene, Liam dealing with a medical emergency, and Luna somehow free? The word master manipulation is emblazoned on this. The invincible triangle. Oh, and the screenplay also names Ridge Forrester, Brooke Logan, and Taylor Hayes together since this is bold and beautiful, where romantic conflict is a given during any crisis. In a single scenario. During what seems to be a serious medical crisis. Usually, one of these three ended up heartbroken, slapped, or divorced the last time they were in the same room during a crisis. Well, forget about that. Usually all three. With Nick Marone allegedly snooping over Brooke and Ridge lately picking Taylor over Brooke again, this triangle is a ready-to-explode powder keg. When you factor in whatever is going on with Liam, we're talking about tremendous emotional destruction. Is there a custody battle ahead for the Kelly scripts? We're really interested by this detail. Catherine's leaked snapshot has several scripts with the word Kelly scribbled all over them. For those who are interested, Kelly is the daughter of Steffi and Liam. Will the long-awaited custody dispute finally break out in September? This is the ideal combination of soap opera drama if Liam is battling for his daughter while Luna lurks in the background and he is also struggling with a significant medical ailment. What all of this signifies for September. This massive leak suggests that September 6, 2025, will likely be one of the most significant events in recent B&B history. We're examining. Liam's covert medical emergency is becoming worse. Lee might be engaging in some illicit activity. Where is the justice? Luna is still at liberty to cause chaos. Arriving to upend everything is the mysterious woman Ronna. A huge conflict between Ridge, Brooke, and Taylor. A potential custody dispute involving Kelly. The fact that in a single episode, all these explosive ingredients are coming together? Our emotional readiness is lacking. The unanswered questions that will persist through September. Even though Liam survived his brain tumor, would the plot take a more sinister turn? Will Lee do what she did to Finn and pull another hide-the-patient ploy? How is Luna getting away with killing multiple people? Really, someone ought to look at the state of the legal system in Los Angeles. Furthermore, who is Ronna? A friend? Enemy? The one who makes all the difference. There's no denying that Catherine Kelly Lang's unintentional leak caused us to be anxious and speculate for 3 months. We can't wait for the September 6th episode, but we're also terrified of the secrets that will eventually be exposed. Because surviving is only the first step in the world of the bold and the beautiful. At what expense is the true question.